I'm trying to make sure that this actually gets like the best coverage and the best look. I'm using all Cover FX like face products, as in like for the base and everything. I'm just gonna have to mute this whilst I do this because it feels like the cat's gonna use the bathroom. They're just gonna meow at it. He was looking at me very strangely just before because I have got my kitty cat ears on and he's like, my life is a lie. I thought they were humans. So anyway, this is using the Cover FX Mattifying Primer, and this has got the salicylic acid in it, and so it's anti-blemish treatment. As you can see, stress has severely attacked my face, so you know, I use what I can to calm it, the ever-living F down. Just gonna let that sit for a moment. So the shade of Power Play foundation I've got is N30. Now this is a bit too dark for me, but we're just gonna have to go with it because I want to make sure that we've got the integrity of this. So I've been mixing this with Custom Cover Drops and P20, but to make sure I give you guys an accurate representation of exactly how this foundation works, I'm just gonna use it as is. And yes, I am very, very well aware that it's too dark for me. So it's got this little pump applicator. Just gonna squeeze some of this out onto my hand. I like a fairly heavy base. The packaging looks small, but there is 35 mils in here, so it's 1.18 fluid ounces, so it's actually a bit more than what you normally get. They've just been very smart with how they've done the packaging, and I actually do quite like the squeezy bottle, but it will be difficult when it gets to the end of the product. So now I'm just gonna take a damp Now I'm just taking a damp beauty blender and I'm just going to apply this all over my face. So this is how we're looking with just that coverage. Let me just try and push this into my pores, because the pores on my nose are really big. Like I really have to push this in. Could be better. I mean, like I would call this a medium coverage. It is buildable. I might try applying a bit more. Like you saw how much I applied before. It was a decent amount. I mean, obviously I know I've got some problem areas right now. Just gonna apply that much more. Just over my main issue areas. So I do have some definite discoloration going on in my cheeks at the moment, and hormonal breakouts and stress everywhere. Just Mother Nature hating me. And anything spare we're gonna take down our neck because oh my gosh, this really doesn't match. You know, I don't have a matching concealer, so I'm just going to be using my Wet n Wild one. This is basically the same colour as this, as you can see, maybe, hopefully. So this is the Photo Focus concealer, and this is in the shade Light Medium. So, you know, just taking care of my problem areas. Yeah, you can clearly see it's not quite covering up my big problem areas. So that's how we're looking with some concealer on here. I wish I was this tan, that's all I can say. So now I'm just going to sort out the rest of my face and like do my concealer, all that good stuff. I mean, this is a look, let's be real. I'm just assessing how they're all playing together. And luckily by working with a beauty blender, I mean like that will automatically make things work better together. Okay, so now that part's done, I'm just gonna do the rest of my makeup, but this is how we're looking. I mean, it doesn't feel bad. Like I feel like there is foundation on my face, but it's not too heavy, but it's like I can see like it's already settling in to my wrinkles up here, and I don't normally have that happen, see like that. And smile line, that is pretty pronounced. It's becoming pronounced on that side too. Now that doesn't normally pop up with my foundation. So we'll just see how we go, and I'll be right back. Well, I'll be back in a bit, but you won't know that. I'm just gonna watch some Glam and Gore and do the rest of my face. Such difference, I know. So what we're doing right now is I've had this on for a while. Let me just get out my handy mirror. Oh my gosh. And try not to like wreck my whole makeup stand. So looking at how it's settled in, so it's settled in more to those lines now. So I've got 2, oh, apparently I've got 3 lines on my forehead. That's wonderful news. It's kind of, it's hard to explain. It's almost like creasing a little bit down here as well. I've got some shine going on my nose and just up here so far. Yeah, it's like I can see a whole lot of reflection going on, and on my chin. I mean, like, that is normally where I get oily anyway. But this line is so defined. Oh. And you can see, like, you can still see my flaws through my foundation right now, which is, my pores are more pronounced. It's just, this is the matte setting powder in light, and I'm gonna apply this with my beauty blender. Like, this is a brand new one, so it's like, yes. Oh, it's so fine though. It's like, oh my god. So yeah, I'm just gonna go in with that beauty blender again and just gonna, and I know that my eyeliner has gone screwed up, but it's okay, we're just gonna work with it. They're distant relatives, they're not sisters today. Okay, so it's definitely made it matte, which is great. Like, we like that fact. Everything's still pronounced. I'm just gonna apply like my blush, my bronzer, and just get changed, and then I'll check back in with you. Okay, so again, very up close. This is before I put on setting spray or anything. I just want you to see what it's really like. So all around my nose here, it's just on my pores, it's bothering me a lot, like a lot. Just because like they're really obvious, and it's almost like created purposeful divots or something. Like, it's hard to explain exactly how it looks, but you can see it doesn't look pretty. Like, it just doesn't. Okay, it just doesn't. So I'm struggling right now with that. I mean, like I said, just the way it's settled bothers me. I've worn this quite a few times. Obviously, that is with using the custom cover drops. But I find that it separates very quickly, and right now it is 10:15. Nothing's ever done until you're finished. So this is the Cover FX Mattifying Setting Spray. Probably don't want to get that all through my hair. So that will hopefully just help to keep it in place, make it matte and nice. I'm gonna bring you around with me a little bit today because we're going to a few places. It's a weekend, so I'm gonna keep this on until, I'll keep it on for probably around about 12 hours, and I'll come check in with you. So I can feel it when I talk. Like, that's what I mean. I'm just, yeah. It's fine, we'll just do what we can. Quite underwhelmed so far, just because like this is a fairly expensive foundation and I still prefer the Wet n Wild for now, but like I said, let's just try this out. Let's go around out and about today in the sunshine and everything, see what it looks like afterwards. So right now we're heading to go get some Christmas decorations because they're on special for half off, but this is how my face is looking in daylight. So the matte doesn't look too bad when it comes to this bright light, but like you can see when I was filming back at home, it was pretty bad in terms of the foundation matte. So this is probably like the prime place to actually get any photos taken because the light is so blown out that everything will look amazing. But you can see before it didn't. So right now it is 10:30, so we'll be checking in again some point, but that's how we are right now.
behind my ears, like that.
It's perfect. I love it. Oh, so much Christmas stuff. But we're limiting to this. It's pretty good. For me. This is restrained.
How does it look on you is the question.
I could totally be a Christmas unicorn. You got a feather right there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah,
So you want to be
good.
Christmas unicorn?
I thought we'd get one for you, one for Isla.
Yeah, that'd be good. So it is now 1:30 and we've just had lunch, and I just wanted to do a quick check-in and show you what's happening.
Sorry. Bye.
So you can see like there is quite a bit of shine that's going on the side of my nose now, and it's not just there, it's kind of, I've noticed it around generally on my forehead. So here it's picking it up in the bathroom a bit more. Sorry if there's an echo, but you see like there is a definite shine that's going on all around. I've got highlighter here, okay, so this part we're not including, but all here, like that is so oily already, and it's like you saw that I set it and everything. It's yeah, it's still settled. Oh, so it's still settled in to my lines, and my pores just look awful. So yeah, that's look at that shine. Anyway, this is just a few hours in. We've got quite a few more to go. It is nearly 5 o'clock and we're heading out for a walk, and yes, I'm very greasy. Let's just see how we go on the walk afterwards. It's really pretty long here. We've never been here before. And it's very, very pretty.
Very little waterfront walk.
Like, especially when you can see out to the ocean right there. Everyone kite surfs here. Is that a drone? It totally sounds like a drone. It's a drone. I'm just trying to capture to show you guys just how shiny my face is right now in the sun, and it's been on for about 7.5 hours. Delightful, right? Especially for such an expensive foundation and everything. We tried. Oh my god, they're so cute. Yep, it is 20 to 10. So I've had this stuff on for nearly 12 hours and oh gosh, do I hate it. Oh, I feel so bad to say that because it's really expensive, and I know that so many other people love this, but I'm sorry, but okay. I mean, I know that there is such a thing as a wonderful luminous glow, but this, I mean, look at me from every angle. I mean, yes, I always, no matter what foundation I'll get, I wore sunglasses earlier today, as you would have seen from the footage, and it always rubs this part away. Like, there's just nothing else I can do about it. Just the oil everywhere. I haven't done anything that I don't normally do during the day, and normally I wear my makeup for about 16 hours as opposed to just 12, and for it to be holding up to this terrible degree, it's really disheartening. Like I said, I've felt like I've been wearing stuff all throughout the day. Okay, let's just have a closer inspection. I want to look. Okay, so just to sum everything up, there is I look like I'm mining oil right now. Like, I could scrape a credit card against my face and it would literally just be like so full of oil. Oh. Earlier, like, I rubbed the bottom of my nose and it's rubbed off all of the foundation off there. I've got a greasy glow, like a well-oiled baking tray. That's how I feel right now. It's sunk in and it's created creases along here. I've actually, like, you can see all around my nose. My oil has eaten the foundation. All of that is gone. My pores are emphasized also because of the oil. So I haven't blotted, I haven't done anything like that because, like, I'm high maintenance, but I'm lazy high maintenance. So that means that I expect a lot from products that I don't need to do a lot for. And you just touch your face and it just comes off straight away. Like, it's not transfer proof. I have to be very, very careful when I wear this foundation, and I still need to be careful now. Like, if I blotted my face right now, it would just shift everything. I'm just really disappointed because everyone else loves this product so much, and so I was incredibly excited to try it, and then now I've tried it along with Cover FX products, which it's meant to work the best with, right? It just hasn't, and it makes me really, really sad. And there's not really much else I can say. I mean, like, the coverage is a medium coverage. It didn't look bad when we were out and about during the day, but once it hits around about the 5-hour mark on my skin, honey, no. It's like I'd need to start blotting from then, and then also powdering, and I'm like, I don't have the time for it. And when I've got something like Wet n Wild that performs so much better in comparison, I don't see the need to get something like that, you know. I'm actually quite tempted to do a video where I do half my face using just Cover FX and the other half using Wet n Wild, just so then we can have like a proper side-by-side comparison. You know, same activities, same primer, same everything else. It's just the foundation is the, you know, variable. Everything else is the control. Just like with any good scientific experiment. I'm just really sad, but I'm also glad that I've put this to the test with it just by itself and not using anything else to try and mix it to make it lighter to suit my skin better. So yeah, I've got to say I'm not going to be repurchasing this product. If you also have very oily skin or large pores, I wouldn't be recommending this. And it pains me to say that because if you've seen any of my other videos or anything I've put on Instagram, you'll also know how much I love Cover FX. Like, their primer is incredible, same as their mattifying setting spray and also their matte setting powder. All of them are like holy grail products to me, but this, after all of the hype and everything amazing I've heard about it, it's not worth it. It's not for me anyway. It's just really, really not worth it. I'm sorry to end this on a sad note, but I want to be honest with you guys, and there ain't no faking the way that this looks right now. It's just how it looks. Not good. So I hope that you found this useful, and leave me a comment down below if you want me to actually do that comparison side-by-side video, because I'm more than happy to do it. It's just like, if there's not the demand for it, then what's the point? So yeah, let me know if you've got any other holy grail cruelty-free and vegan foundations too. So far I'm loving the Wet n Wild one, but I'm sure that there's some other ones out there that I'll stumble across with your help. And so please also subscribe to my channel, because I come up with new videos every fortnight and just reviewing a whole bunch of products. And right now I'm actually working on some stuff ready for the festive season because it's my favourite time of year. So thank you lovelies so much for watching, and I do honestly hope that this was useful to you. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it so, and I'll see you again soon. Have a wonderful week. Bye!